So it's Friday, the 24th of January 2025, coming at you with a Friday filmette. So I thought I'd show you first a little bit of research that I've been doing before I show you the mosaic that I've been working on for the last 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks since I've done a proper YouTube filmette. So here we go. So this is my table of research which I wanted to show you. I've just put together everything for you to see. So to start off with, I'm going to show you David Encill's book, Chance Expressions, which goes very beautifully in great detail Chance's legacy. In fact, look, that's fortuitous. So that's the Grantley plate that I'll be using, and there's the Grantley plate. I've got 3 of these glass plates that I'm going to use in the mosaic. There's all sorts of excellent history on Chance's Glassworks domestically. The 2 patterns that I'm using are for the Funky Fox is Canterbury, which is this one, and there's 2 colorways there, and Lotus. And what I've done is I've photocopied them and used them, and in fact I've drew them onto not acetate, but onto a Polly Pocket, and then projected it up yesterday. The project itself, I'm going to put a link below. I think it's out of print, and I did buy this from David as he's become a friend. But you can see how gorgeous this book is, and chock full with detail. So it must have taken absolutely years to put this all together, and beautifully written as well. My kind of book with lots and lots of details and lots of history of the glass and the designs and patterns and all sorts of fun facts, like, you know, the sizing and all sorts, you know, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I'll put a link to this, because you never know, you might find it somewhere, or you might get in touch with David himself. Now the project itself is funded by National Lottery Heritage Fund, and also it's part of the community fund as well. So I've had these tiles made by Tile Fire, and I'll put the link below again. Stewart Morgan and his wife have created this. Now I have to remember what Stewart's wife's name is. I haven't got it in my memory because I've not spoken to her. But the tiles are absolutely beautiful. Look, they're nice. They're not shiny. They're just absolutely gorgeous, actually, and they're perfect for the sizing I need. So this Heritage Fund one is going to be a flower head, whereas this one's going to be the reflection of the moon on the second mosaic. And I've been using all sorts of different inspirations as well. So I've added a monarch butterfly and a small tortoiseshell butterfly. And of course, this is my little folder of gorgeousness as well that I've had my inspirations for. So I put together, you know, the Crystal Palace, which will be on the owl mosaic. And I've got lots of patterns and ideas about that. And yeah, so these are the tiles. So I went shopping and got a load of porcelain tiles. So this is the background behind the flowers that I'm working on at the moment. And I've also used floor tiles as well. This is from Tile Mountain. Just the right colour, foxy colour that I needed. And I'm using Chesi and Cinca, or Cesi and Cinca tiles from Portugal, and also glass as well, glass mosaic, which beautiful to cut. Also using all sorts of embellishments like this beautiful House of Mosaics. It's a rose gold colour, and what I've been doing is, because it's quite thin, I've been using clock glass, just plain white clock glass, for to pack it underneath. So I've created a thin layer, a thin line, and then had this underneath. Anyway, what else do I need to show you on this table? I'm sure you'll ask me a question anyway, but I thought I'd put this together. And these are obviously my tools, my Toyo glass scorer, Vitrex heavy duty tile score snapper, and Montolit wheel nippers, 55 WR, I think they are, or W2. Anyway, I'll list them below. Using side biters as well, of course, and other wheel nippers are available, and of course my safety gloves, which and safety goggles, because there's a lot of pinging and clicking all over the place. Yeah, so that's the research, and here's the mosaic. Let me just step back a little bit more. There you go. So this is basically 2 weeks work. I am so pleased with how it's looking so far. It started with doing the fox's head. I thankfully had enough of this particular tile to do his top part of his head, and I've used a floor tile to cleverly make an eye, a sly eye, and a similar floor tile in a brown colour range for the back of his ears. And these tiles here I'm ever so pleased with, because I'm where are we? It's in here somewhere. So I've got tiles like this. You can always tell if they're external grade if you just dab your tongue at the back of the tile, and if it sticks, it means that it's porous and no good for outdoors. Whereas the what's the name? The porcelain tiles are excellent for outdoors, obviously. I've done my signature bee. My signature bee usually looks like this, but I've given it a bit more fancy. And yeah, so I've put my logo in, and this gimbal is not behaving itself, so I'm having to hold it. Anyway, this is perfect for my bee, and I've used iridescent glass, and like I say, at the back of it I've used white glass, opaque glass underneath, to give it a little bit of bulk as well as a chance for the colours to iridesce. Yeah, going on to the body as well. So I've used these flowers, as you know, the inspiration being this particular flower and the lotus, as you know. So I've just been scoring and snapping and enjoying myself, just infilling. So the patterns, and I'm getting onto the flowers today, but I'm just, you know, making big shapes really, and I'm going to obviously have a little bit of outlining around the petals. So there's going to be quite a pattern tapestry, as it were, of 3 Chance glass patterns. So I'm using 2 on the fox, as I say, the Canterbury and the Lotus, and the Grantley flowers are literally going to be stuck on to this section around here. And I've used monarch butterfly. ever so pleased that I found a little bit of floor tile that had that monarch butterfly polka dot at its edge. And I used and repurposed lots of scraps of orange and coral coloured Cesi and Cinca. And then obviously there's your small tortoiseshell butterfly, which I'm absolutely pleased with. You know, it's hard to get something that looks furry in the centre and his body to get it right. And the tail I started off with initially, and that's worked out really well, and been very clever with the pattern cutting. So I think that's basically it, really. That's the work so far. So I'm cracking on with the flowers and the petals today. So I'll tidy up my research table away and then get on with it. The infill will be that brown background that I showed you. This textured, almost like a cloth background for the. So it'll be a contrast with that brown and this orange colour combination. So that's the work so far. I'm ever so pleased with it. It's going really well. Yesterday was an excellent day for working. This is going to be basically at a 30-degree gradient, because this is what it looked like originally, and this was only done last year. Not the best mosaic, I have to say. Less about that the better. But you can see it's like a wedge, like a slice of lemon, in fact. Two big slices of lemon, because as you can see, this is just one of them, and it's 3 meters across, or 10 feet, not 30 feet. And then we're going to be working on the second one, hopefully next month. So I'm going to do as much as I can. I've got, I just wanted to show you, I've got these gorgeous green tiles that I'm going to have infilling in the background. And I've got a whole bunch of yellows here because I'm going to have a nice meadow of daisies that the little funky fox is going to be padding through. So it's going to look absolutely stunning. I might even put another bee in. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to add. I do like that bee, I have to say. And I've got some metal artwork that I bought from a charity shop. There's 2 there, look. You can see that one there, look. And there's the butterfly. So I've been using these as my templates. So it's ever so good. Really pleased with these. Anyway, that's enough of me wittering on. I hope that's been helpful. So it's Caroline Jerrywalla, Mango Mosaics, over and out. See you soon. Bye.